Hi there, welcome to Floating in Books. Today we're going to be chatting about some old outfits again. Welcome to everyone watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today we are going to be having a look at some of my older outfits that I used to wear. How has my style changed over time? What colors did I like to wear? Is there anything that's changed? And we're currently in 2014. So 2014 is the year I turned 30. And was I teaching in Amsterdam? I was teaching in Amsterdam, I think. And this is when I started to do like weekend outfits for the first time. So I've always documented what I've been wearing, but up until this point, I was like putting outfits together to showcase on the blog that I would wear them out, but I wasn't sort of taking the pictures as I was heading out the door. And that's really what I started doing here. So this was still all in my old place. This was before I moved. It's also before I changed things. I can tell from like the chairs in the background here of what it was that I was doing. So let me talk you through. Let me talk about these outfits. Would I still wear this or not? That's what we're asking ourselves. So I have my laptop open here so I can talk to you about a couple of these things. This first outfit that I have for you has a baseball jacket, a very basic tee, skinny jeans, because that was very much the look. And then I have these leopard print sneakers that I used to love. I think those sneakers were Primark, so they really weren't the best quality, but because I love those sneakers so much, I did go out of my way to try and find some other leopard print shoes in like more recent years. I do have a pair of leopard print booties that I really enjoy, that I had fixed last year because the heel had worn down too much. I do have a pair of leopard print espadrilles, and I also have a pair of like leopard print sandal type shoes that I like to wear. But in order to have something similar to this, I did buy myself the leopard print version of the Lowell Mock Toe by Doc Martens last fall, because I was still missing like a really good flat, like a flatter shoe with leopard print, because that's what this has. And the Dr. Martens shoes that have the hair-on texture, which I always like it just adds something extra to it. So that's sort of like my replacement to it. I don't really wear a lot of black jeans anymore. At the time, I was really into it. I think these are Joni jeans or something like that. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yes. Oh, they're dark blue. Oh, they look black in the picture, but they're Topshop Joni jeans. I could tell from the cut. I still have a couple of skinny jeans in my wardrobe, just in case I ever get the sort of feel for them again and I want to wear them, but I'm currently in slightly wider fits. I have found a really happy medium for myself though, between a skinny jean and a wider leg. I like wide leg trousers, don't get me wrong, I really, really do. But for jeans, I have found that a mom jean is really nicely flattering for my figure. They're high-waisted. They can be rolled up. They aren't as skinny as a skinny jean, but they still give the skinny jean look without it going overboard. So mom jeans have been my happy medium, so that's what I would replace it with. But I still have a baseball jacket in my possession. Not this one. Don't know where it went. This was more of like a cardigan type of fabric, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I just felt it was a little bit too thin and it wasn't giving me the bulkiness of like a traditional baseball jacket. So when baseball jackets started trending again a couple of years ago, I did look for one that was more perfect, and it actually looks very much like this. It just doesn't have the red M, which I thought it was fun because my name starts with an M, and I was like, it kind of fits, but I now just have one that says like San Francisco on the back. I also didn't want there to be like a super like obvious nod to an actual sports team or anything like that, because I don't know my baseball teams all that well, but I do like the style of a baseball jacket. But the one I have now is more of like an outerwear piece rather than like a cardigan type of thing. Oh, here we have a outfit that I know I still have. I could potentially still wear this entire thing. I wouldn't, again, it was again Topshop Jamie jeans, black wedges. I don't know, I no longer have these shoes. I wouldn't really wear a wedge anymore all that quickly. But the blouse I still have. I still own this blouse. So I would nowadays perhaps like tuck it into jeans. I tend to wear this more so with black nowadays. I wouldn't go with like a dark blue denim. Like dark blue denim, like really, really dark blue denim is my favorite still. But this top is so good with other black outfits and just not make the outfit super boring. So yeah, I do still have this blouse. I still wear it occasionally. Then we have a outfit that in my head I would still like to wear, but I would go with other lengths and colors for this. So again, this is still something I could wear, but I would not go with cream and nude. I have just found that a lot of beiges don't look really good on me. They have a warmth to them that can make my skin look a little bit dead. So that's why shades like this I would not wear on top, and on the bottom half of my body it looks too much like I'm naked. So that's why shades like this I try to avoid. But at the time I remember wearing these kind of things a lot, and this is why I think a lot of people think that I'm like a soft autumn, because that tends to go with my hair. But I just feel like I just look a little drained and tired when I wear shades like this. It just doesn't bring out the best in me. The lace top, I don't like. I do still have lace items for sure, but I tend to like to wear them more so in poppier colors. Like a lace red top is what I love, but not like this. A biker sort of skirt. I still have leather skirts. I don't have anything this short anymore, but I do have something that is a longer length that I got vintage that is real leather and that I really enjoy. I think... No, the boots I no longer have. They're a new look. I wore these to death though. But I still have things in my wardrobe currently that could do a very similar thing. I still have things with buckles on and stuff, so I can very easily wear that. The next outfit, again, not my best colors, I feel, but if I wear these more muted pastel colors, then something that resembles this sagey green, I do tend to wear. I just wouldn't wear this cut of shirt. It doesn't have a collar, it just has a V, not my vibe. It's tighter in the arms and then it's like tight around my waist as well. So I don't feel this is doing a whole lot for like my frame. But I could like wear things in these colors. I still have the shoes. The shoes I'm wearing here are a pair of Creepers from the brand Underground, and I just love these, but they are mint green suede. Yeah, that's why I'm not wearing them every single day, because it does, like, I can only wear these shoes if it's not raining and it's not muddy out, so it needs to be further along in the springtime, and then it's such a particular color that I feel I can only wear it with certain items. But I would potentially like wear this, but I would update this. I have other sagey green items in my wardrobe today that I could very easily wear it with. I have this really beautiful, I think it was by Uniqlo. It's this like pointelle, like knitted like top with like a Henley collar, buttons down the front. It looks like a cardigan, but it is more like a t-shirt, so I would probably wear that. I would still wear it with very light, skinny, like, it's not skinny jeans, but very light jeans, but I would wear them with very wide leg trousers now and not something this skinny. So there's that. And then this is still, I still feel sad that I ever got rid of this jacket, but it was uncomfortable, and that's why I got rid of it in the end. So this is a mango bomber jacket. I still have a couple of bomber jackets that I really love, and it had faux leather trim around the collar as well as around the cuffs, and then also around the elastic at the back. And then it had this lace sort of floral design with a lace overlay. It was really pretty, but the faux leather on the cuffs made it so sweaty, and then also in your neck. So it wasn't the most comfortable thing. And now I'm still like, I've actually been scouring Vinted, trying to look for this jacket in a hopes that I can find it in my size and repurchase it, because I'm like, again, with the skinny jeans and a gray t-shirt, I would probably wear a different type of top, something like pink or red to play on the florals in there. The All Stars I'm wearing here, I finally got rid of. I think this is the last year I wore them. Because I had these for quite some time. And then I remember wearing them in 2014 on my Interrail trip in Prague during a rainstorm, and they never recovered from that. So I wore them as dance shoes for a very long time, but I had duct taped them together because there were so many holes. And then the duct tape started to rip, and then I was just putting layers of duct tape on the inside of the shoe. I was like, what am I doing? So these I had in my possession for like a decade or so, I think. So more than that. But they were already getting a little bit worn and tired here, I see. But yeah, I would love to still own the jacket, no longer own it. But again, it's a little one color, which is what I wouldn't go for anymore. I would look for more contrasting colors. So this is just one single outfit. So this is what I mean with like, sometimes I would only like do things just because I wanted to blog about it. And this, again, in theory, I really like it. I like it with the red lip. But a skirt like this that has zero to no shape, I would not very likely be wearing this anymore, and I also wouldn't be wearing it with these really black tights. I loved a black tight in my day. I really, really did. I do I have a red skirt? I think I do. But this is like a skater style skirt. It was just like this jersey material. It was very stretchy, which, like, stretchy materials are very comfortable, but because they're stretchy, they're not really going to give you a lot of shape. So I nowadays pay a little bit more attention to the shape of what the clothes give me, and this just feels, it's sort of like bulky on bulky for what I'm trying to say. And also the skirt is a bit of a weird length. It's really cutting me off at a bad point. I did really enjoy this top that I'm wearing. It's a white top that I loved wearing, like a very vibrant bra underneath, either a red or a pink, to sort of have that poking through. So that's something I really enjoyed doing with that top because it was a little bit sheer and see-through. I don't think I would wear anything like that again anytime soon. This knit cardigan was really nice. I'm not sure where it's from. Where's the cardigan from? Oh, it was a mango cardigan. Yeah. Liked it. It was this black and white sort of just grandpa style, but I felt it was too similar to an Urban Outfitters one that I still own till this day. So that's why I ended up getting rid of it in the end. And I loved a cardigan with a skirt at the time. I really, really did. Wouldn't go with the sneaker though. It's a tartan print sneaker. I think it's really cool. But I would go with something like a Samba or something like that would work better, I think, with this. I was doing lookbooks at the time as well. Oh, this was fun. So at the time I was also like trying to just like pick a theme and make outfits around that and then sort of go with that. So here we have like a 5-in-1 sort of, I think it's all about, dare to print. So it's all about print on print, print clashing, what colors I like to wear with prints and all that. I actually think I still own some of these things. I definitely do. Not all of it, and I definitely wouldn't wear some of these shoes with it anymore. But yeah, potentially I could still wear like versions of these outfits. I do feel it all looks very twee. I was really into the twee look, you could tell. But yeah, the first one is a stripy sort of shirt. I paired it with sunglasses apparently that I tucked in a weird way. And then I have my skinny jeans on with my trusty Converse that weren't dead yet at the time. I wear stripy blouses all summer. This is just something I still wear, especially if they are a little bit oversized. But nowadays I go for a linen rather than, I think this one is just H&M, so it's probably a synthetic. I'm wearing Jamie jeans here, which are skinny jeans. I still have a lot of my Jamie jeans. Like the skinny jeans I've kept were Jamie jeans because they had a little bit more structure to them than the Joni jeans. The Joni jeans were essentially just denim leggings with a zip. And those I ended up just either like wearing down too much and I never like repurchased them. But Jamie jeans, I still have a couple. And like I said, the Converse I like, but I now have high tops for sure. The floral print, floral on floral, this is not something I would wear out anytime soon, and I would definitely not wear it with this nude heel. I used to love these nude heels though. They were really, really my jam, but I once wore them to an outside garden birthday party and it was a little bit muddy and they just became ruined. So I couldn't clean them because they were fabric and not like leather or anything like that. I still have the blouse. The blouse is still a staple in my wardrobe. I still wear it from time to time in the springtime. I just really love it. It has daisy print. And I actually still have a different rendition of these floral H&M pants. I used to have 2 pairs and this one had like the pinky tones to them, but I had one with like, what are they called? Poppies? Poppies, that's what they're called. And I like that one better. Like I like the colors of it better. So I've kept that one around. It currently doesn't fit me though. So that's why I'm not wearing it. But yeah, I did love those floral trousers. I would not make this combo anymore. I wouldn't wear it together. But I did like these individual pieces a lot. Then this sort of like black and white dress with yellow has been like, I love wearing yellow with black and white outfits. I just do. Turn me into an NYC cap and I'm happy. I think I finally decluttered this dress, either the last time I decluttered my wardrobe or this time round, because this baby doll dress used to be one of my favorites, but it's gotten a little bit short because it shrank and it's just no longer fitting me as well as it did. The cardigan I'm wearing it with is a lace yellow cardigan. Again, not something I'm a huge fan of anymore. And I don't wear ballet flats anymore. My feet just don't like that. So I'm not wearing that, but yeah, essentially wearing black and white or an all black outfit with like a yellow, I still really love. I have a yellow sweater from Monkey that I love that actually kind of looks like it's lacy. It's like this really nice open knit. So I can still wear renditions of this sort of outfit for sure, but I would probably turn it into like trousers. I do still have a gingham print dress, but it's longer. It's from Monkey and it's this wrap style. So I tend to wear it in slightly different ways now, but yeah, I don't like short dresses anymore on me. And then this, I know I did declutter. I do like the checker print. I do still have checker print items in my wardrobe. I definitely have checker print trousers. I have checker print like blouses and tops and all that. I wouldn't necessarily wear it together, but these particular items I don't have anymore. The trousers I think are H&M, yes, and they're the same as the floral trousers you saw before. I wouldn't put it with this like very baby blue Nike sort of running shoe. I have found that Nike running shoes are just not really good for my feet, so I don't wear that many Nike shoes anymore. And then the blouse was Primark, so it fell apart after a couple of years. So there was that. And then finally, I had this bird print skirt that I just loved. It was by H&M. The blouse was H&M. I love a polka dot. I still love a polka dot. I have a couple of polka dot items in my wardrobe that I absolutely love, but I would never ever wear like a sleeveless blouse anymore. Not that I couldn't get away with it, but I used to be all about sleeveless blouses with a cardigan on top. I was really wearing that a lot, and these heels were so high, I don't think they ever came outside of my house. Yeah. So there's that. Like at the time, I definitely had items in my wardrobe that I wanted to wear, but that I didn't necessarily wore out, and then I did these like lookbook sort of things, and I was able to make things work a little bit better. Another lookbook here that I have for you from about a month later, I think. And this is just about wearing different colors. Here again, in theory, things I would still wear, but not necessarily the colors. So royal blue, like these really vibrant blues, I still love. I still have like shoes that have this. I have dresses that have this. I have like in every category of my wardrobe, I have a bright blue because I just love it with white. And I love it in the summertime, especially. I have a really nice bright blue, like trench coat as well. I love it. I would just wear this with a really bright pink lip nowadays. And I definitely wouldn't wear it with skin tight shorts, a crop top, and heels anymore as well. Like I love my legs here. I have legs for days, let me tell you. Something about being a dancer my entire life. And the fact that I have a shorter torso and slightly longer legs, even though I'm very short, I'm only 5 feet tall. A lot of people don't realize how short I am until I stand up. So it's really, really funny. So. And then we have a pop of green to brighten your day. Again, one of these like skater skirts. I used to love those at the time. I think I've gotten rid of all of those over time. Like if I'm going to wear something that's a little bit shorter, that's a skirt, I want it to be more structured. If I wear something that's this flowy, and you could potentially like see my bum when I turn around, I want it to be longer lines so I don't have any accidents, you know? And here I'm just pairing it in the most boring way possible. Like at the time, I just didn't really know how to pair colors together. And again, with the very high heels, I loved a high heel in my day, okay? I would go to work, I would teach in 12 centimeter stilettos when I was in my 20s. I did. Stopped doing that after a while. But yeah, I do really like this. I like the jacket especially. It had this really nice sort of like watercolor sort of to it. It's from Zara, it says here. I did get rid of it because it became too small. It was a little tight to begin with around the shoulders. I've got wider shoulders to begin with, so I did struggle a lot finding good blazers and jackets until I really like learned what to look for. This was a coral neon dress, which is why some of the pictures in the blog post are a little bit weird. Again, with the ballet flats. Wouldn't wear it that way. And coral just isn't my color. It just really, really isn't my color. But at the time, when I was like around this time of the year, like I also really, I had this Topshop lipstick that was this really bright, almost like matching this dress, coral lipstick. And I've pretty much sworn off coral lipstick entirely in the past 5 years or so because it's not my shade. And I'm not sure what happened there, but I when I was younger, I just liked these shades a little bit better on me. Like this would look probably good on you if you had a tan, but I didn't really tan. And against my pale skin, it wasn't really a good look, I found. And it was pretty sheer, so I did have to layer something underneath it. And I usually went with black, so then I went with the black shoes. And I had a lot of this like costume jewelry that I would pair with things. I don't really wear a lot of like very obvious jewelry anymore. I forgot to put in my earrings today, but I wear earrings and that's about it. I let the outfit do the talking nowadays. This dress, really pretty, again with the high heels. I loved a high heel. These were actually really comfortable though. These were really comfy because they were a high heel, but they were like chunky and they had a platform. This dress, is this the dress? I think this is the dress. Yes, I had this in 2 colors. I had it in a brown and I had it in a red. I still have a red floral dress in my wardrobe. It's always a statement, but this became too short. The fabric was really sort of not that, it just wasn't it. And something I've also sworn off is dresses with zippers in the back. I still have a couple because they're just special to me, but zippers in the back in dresses when you live by yourself is just, it's not that easy. So I can't, I'm hypermobile, so I can zip my own dress just fine. Don't worry about it. But I just don't want to go through the hassle anymore. It's not worth it. And then we have a white dress with baby, like pink. I used to love shades like this. I used to love like whites and very sort of muted down like colors like this because I felt it went really well with my skin tone. Like you can see how that light pink shoe that I also showed you in another image just now, how it sort of blends with my legs and it just makes my legs look longer. That's why I love those heels so much. Like I had other nude heels in the past, but these really soft pinks, once I discovered that really went with my skin tone, I just had a field day. But yeah, I'm wearing this really fluffy cardigan. That's really pretty, but no. I would never wear this color combo anymore. I do like the cutout at the top of the dress. I like that. I still have a dress like it that has a cutout at the top that I've had for years, but it's Forever 21 and it's in a green. White dresses, I've just learned that they're not for me. I think this is ASOS. Yeah, it's a River Island dress. Yeah, but it has those really obvious like lines across the bust, which I'm pretty sure is to make sure that you look more cinched in your waist. but because the dress then sits at a weird point at my waist, it never really worked for me. Very often for like very detailed bodices, my breasts are just a little bit too large for that to look good. And then because I have a pretty short torso compared to my legs, I find that a lot of dresses just don't really hit me at the waist the way it should. So I always need to layer things over it to sort of fake it till I make it. Do I want to do more? I want to do one more blog post that I want to chat to you guys about and that we can then have a look at. Oh, another lookbook. I was really feeling the lookbooks this year. Not sure what was going on there. I was really sort of going to town. Ooh, we have some classics from the wardrobe here. Some good things. Also some things I'm like, why am I wearing that? Here we have one of my favorite dresses that I still have in my wardrobe today. The red H&M dress with the subtle tier skirts. And this is one where I'm like, yes, it does cinch me in. It's like one of the very few like skater style dresses that I still have in my wardrobe that has that like knee length sort of to it that I was wearing a lot at this time. It's a little bit longer. That's probably why I'm still wearing it. Anything that like now hits me mid calf, I don't really tend to wear all that much anymore now that I'm in my 40s. But yeah, this is really lovely. It has a cap sleeve. It's sort of got a slit neck, so it's pretty high necked. I really love this still this day. I would just not wear it with these shoes. I tend to wear this a lot with leopard print in the summertime when I wear it nowadays. But here I'm wearing it with these really high brown heels. They're probably Primark. Oh, they're H&M. Didn't know that. Then again, with like these very sort of softer neutral things, I know that these are colors that a lot of people want to see me in a lot more, but I've tried that, and I also know that it doesn't really work for me. So this jacket was really lovely. It was synthetic. It was a silky feeling, sort of cherry blossom print. It was this kimono style jacket from Zara. It just became too tight in the arms, and that's why I couldn't wear it anymore. That's why I no longer have it. And it also wasn't really my color. I struggled pairing this with things. So it's pretty, but it kind of washes me out. It kind of makes me one color, and I just don't like that all that much. But I love the detail of this. I really, really did. Not sure I would wear it with these white shorts. If I nowadays wear a short, I make sure it has a wider leg. I just like it a little bit better. And this t-shirt I'm wearing it with, it just fell apart. That didn't last very long. I have a burgundy skirt here with a stripy t-shirt and the same nude. No, these are different. I thought they were the same nude wedges. I did have these for a very long time. I could still have these somewhere, these wedges. Because I was like, oh, I can keep some wedges, and these are a good neutral, and they were very comfortable, so these could still be in my house. If I come across them when I declutter my shoe collection in February, they will probably go. I could, in theory, still wear this. I would probably go for a more structured skirt and not have something that has this soft texture on top and this very soft texture on the bottom. Not sure, though, if I would do black, because it's a black and white stripe with a nude sandal and a burgundy skirt, I would probably like go for different color combos. But I probably wanted to wear some print. And I love that burgundy skirt, but I once spilled something oily on it and I never got the stains out, so that was a bit of a shame. And then a polka dot blouse. Like I said, I still have polka dot blouses, not this one in particular. Where's it from? It's a front tie blouse from Forever 21, so I no longer have that. And I think that, yeah, the skirt is American Apparel. Rest in peace to that store, even though they did make a comeback at some time. But American Apparel was one of those like super popular stores that I wanted to be able to shop at, but a lot of it was like not fitting my body type. This is one of the very few things that they did have that I could fit into, but it sort of like falls weird. Like it's sort of like just straight up and down and sheer. So what do you then wear it with? So I think I struggled styling this a little too much. And I tried to make an effort here, but it's just not something that, like, I think I'm wearing just like biker shorts underneath. But yeah, it's not something I would wear again with this like sheer skirt sort of layer. Like I said, polka dots I do still wear, and I still have plenty of items with polka dots in. This goes a little bit more towards what I like wearing nowadays, but again, this blazer doesn't have a lot of structure to it. So it's very flowy. And at the time I was really into like my softer materials. I'm much more into like more structured, long-lasting materials rather than these like really flimsy items that would also just like fall apart. But this was a oversized, therefore quite slouchy, like blazer that I did really enjoy, but it was in an extra large or something, and so it was always a little bit too big. I really had to like roll up the sleeves to give it a little bit of shape. I did like this though. I had these joggers that had like this very flowy material as well that I really enjoyed at the time. If I nowadays wear joggers, I don't want them to be this like silky style anymore. I make them velvet, and then I really like them. So I do still have black joggers that I wear like out and about. I'm wearing joggers today as well, but I wear them around the house. But I also have like joggers that I wear out to occasions, and then I just want them to be velvet. I want them to have a different texture. These shoes were super uncomfortable. I remember that. Wouldn't wear them again. Even if I still had them. And I remember the necklace that I'm wearing here. It's like this gold chain necklace. It would get caught on my like little chest hairs, and then it would be ripped out. It was always like a free epilation of any sort of like body hair you had anywhere. And my hair in the back would get like stuck on it as well. So it was very painful to wear. At the time I was more into like wearing style over comfort sometimes. So there was definitely that. So yeah, those were the outfits that I wanted to share with you today. This is what I ended up wearing more than a decade ago by now. I still have quite a few of these blog posts that we can chat about in the future. So I will bring this video series back to the channel for sure. Especially if it's like cold and gray and rainy and I can't film myself in the morning what I'm wearing when I go out to work. I like to do this instead. So yeah, I will be back with a video like this very, very soon. If there's anything I still have in my wardrobe. But yeah, I do look at these and I'm like, oh, you were such a baby then. I was really still like exploring what I liked and what I didn't like. And once I really started to like narrow down what I liked, that's what I started buying. And then I started replacing things with better items. And now I really feel like that's why I decluttered my wardrobe at the start of the year, because I was just like, okay, I really know what I like. I know what I'm wearing and what I'm not wearing. I just need to get rid of the clutter. I just need to get rid of the noise and just have the things I love and focus on that. So that's really what I've been like doing. I'm not really lusting after any clothes or colors or things that I'm like missing for my wardrobe. The only thing I need to do in the springtime is replace some of my sneakers that have gotten too old. But other than that, I think I'm pretty solid with where my wardrobe currently stands. So yeah, this is sort of like, this was part of the learning curve, you could say. So thanks so much for watching me here today and sticking by, and I will be back with a new video soon. Of course, I do make just one video a week over here, but if you want other content, I do have a makeup channel where I post 4 times a week. This is just one that I'm sort of like doing on the side because I'm having fun. So yeah, you can check back next week with a new video. I do want to do some sort of wrap up / bookish video, I think really, really soon, because one of the things I want to do today after filming this video is to finish reading a book. Hopefully, I'm about 200 pages in. So it is, in theory, it's possible for me to be reading like 200 pages today because it's a 400-page book. And then I have about an hour left in my audiobook. So I think I can finish that really, really easily as well in the next couple of days. So that will mean that I will have read 4 books in about like the first like month of the, well, not, it's February 1st as I'm filming this. So not technically within January, but I'm going to count it towards January anyways, because I read the book mainly in January. I just didn't quite manage to finish those books yesterday. So thanks so much for watching me here today. And then I really hoped you would like to stay tuned for new videos in the future. Bye-bye.